Okay, in this section we're going to go over inequalities and word problems, just a couple of problems just to kind of get you acclimated to what I'm talking about. Okay, let's take a look at these two problems. The first one states that we want to define a variable and then we want to write an inequality for each situation, all right? So the first one, Josephine sleeps more than 7 hours. So first of all, let's define a variable. And you know what? Since we're dealing with number of hours of sleep, we're going to let let H equal the number of hours slept for Josephine. So if she sleeps more than 7 hours, then simply that would be H is greater than 7. So anything more than 7 would satisfy that situation. Now on this next one, we're talking about the minimum wage. That means the least amount of money that they can earn is 75 cents per hour. So that means they can't go lower than that. So they can go more than that. So let's say the minimum wage, let's have M equal the minimum wage. So minimum wage. Well, your minimum wage would have to be more than 75 cents per hour. Okay, so more than 75 cents. So you need to key on these little words like more than or minimum, and kind of incorporate that into your inequality. Let's take a look at this question. Sam can spend no more than, keywords, no more than $75 on school supplies. All right, he has to spend $12 on paper and pencils. All right, so that's already gone. What is the maximum amount Sam can spend on a graphing calculator? So in other words, maximum means what's the most he can spend? Well, we know that Sam can spend no more than $75, and we want to know the maximum amount he can spend on the graphing calculator. Well, first of all, he has to spend $12 on paper and pencil. So that's already a given. So $12 plus, let's say the amount of a graphing calculator has to be less than or equal to $75. All right, so here, this is your paper and pencils plus the graphing calculator are going to add up to less than $75. Now, with that being said, we've already established that he's got $12 spent already. So we're going to go ahead and solve this. If I can just subtract 12 from both sides. Now, I want you to notice something. This looks just like an equation. So if you look, it's just like if I say 12 plus G is equal to 75. So in this case, you would do the opposite. You would subtract 12 from both sides. Well, just like I did over here, you'd mark out the 12, you'd bring down the G, equals, and you do 75 minus 12, which would be 63. Well, since we're dealing with an inequality, again, the 12 is gone. You bring down your G, less than, and 75 minus 12 is 63. So what this is saying is a graphing calculator has to be equal to or less than $63. So the maximum amount of money he can spend is that total of $63. He can't spend more than that. Otherwise, he'd go over his budget of $75. Okay, on this last problem, Sally and Tim need more than 24 bags of grass to reseed their lawn. Now, if you notice, it says they need more than. Now, the seed they want to buy is sold in cartons, and each carton contains 4 bags each. So like if this was a carton, there's 4 bags, and if this is another carton, there's another 4 bags. So what we want to do is we want to find out how many cartons of grass they need to buy in order to fulfill having more than 24 bags of grass. Well, if you know we're going to have C stand equal cartons. So this is the number of cartons we're looking for. Now, we know that it's 4 bags for every carton. And we want more than 24 bags. So if it's for every carton we buy and we get 4 bags, I wanted to find out at what point in time will we reach the 24 and surpass it. So if I go ahead and just like with an equation, it's just like saying 4c is equal to 24. Again, the opposite of multiplication is division. So just like in an equation, we're going to divide by 4. The 4's cancel out. And what you end up with is the number of cartons will be greater than 6. So you'll need more than 6 cartons in order to have 24 bags. And let's just double check that. If I plug in 6 here, or a number greater than 6, let's say 7. Well, if I do 4 times 7, that would give me 28 bags of grass, which would exceed the 24.